We are.
Hello, guys and girls. Welcome to our Unidentified Podcast. This time we have another topic, and it's something very interesting to me. The Hawaii Lahaina. My bad if I say it incorrectly.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, wildfires that have been that raged for right now. It's I think the 11th of August that happened, and we're now 1 week or 2 weeks afterwards to see what the status is and yeah what has been going on so far. Yes, first I want to show you guys a little sneak peek of the inside if you haven't seen it so far, and we're gonna discuss what we see on the video as we go. So with this one, I first of all want to give some respect to the volunteers that have been aiding Hawaii and the Hawaiian people. And of course, my condolences to all that have lost in the fire or so far. Strength to you guys, and hope you you get through this process as good as possible and even stronger than before. Thank you. Thank you for watching so far. Can we play the video to see what has been raging on?
News shows what firefighters faced as the fire approached the historic town of Lahaina. The flames shooting past the fire truck's window, the black smoke blinding. Another video from August 7th capturing what could be an early trigger to the deadly fire.
It's windy, and then there's a flash, and I think
Wow.
it's freeze falling on a power line.
Now, 13 days after that devastating wildfire, officials say 85% of the destroyed area has been searched. In his first national interview since the fires, Maui's fire chief getting emotional.
Firefighters are
Yeah,
this
up
is
to
their
here.
community. These are their people.
But it's if you saw the video footage, it's quite a devastation for the country, for the state, I mean, of Hawaii. And yeah, there was quite some damage done on the Lahaina city area. Actually, the whole city was almost swiped away, burnt away. And in the first seconds of the video, you see actually a blaze. That was because of a hurricane that was also nearby. So that made that the fires grew very rapidly. So the winds didn't help spread the fire, to misfortune of the Lahaina people. But that all a combination of the arid droughts that have been going on and some other stuff. In the video, you also see that they're thinking or hinting towards power lines having to do with the actual start of the fire. But that's still under investigation. I think they're trying to sue the electrical power company that's over there to see if they have any responsibility for this, for that equipment not being in order. Having said that, I just want to open up the topic to you guys. I mean, this is something that's happens in the United States, and it, I catched a glimpse of it, and I saw it in the news coming by, and it was very disturbing to me because what I've heard, and I don't know if all of it is true, but that volunteers actually had to come in and help the people of Lahaina to get running water, to get fresh water actually, because the running water was closed off. And what I heard also is that the alarms were not sounded. The
Yeah, I heard that too.
yeah, so there are all a combination of different stuff, and it just opens up a lot of windows of what could it be, why all these of events, or is it just a misfortune that all these events happen in one go.
Yeah. I mean, to
You
me,
guys-
yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, my issue is like, yeah, it happens, and then I was hearing that Joe Biden, he goes down there, he's falling asleep when they're talking, and he doesn't really even care, and then that they only gave the people like $700, but this was like right around the same time. I mean, everything you own just got burned down, and it's like, okay, here's $700. Okay, pick up the pieces. There you go. That's not even a week's pay for some people, and it's like, and at the same time they give like, I don't even know, like literally like right before this happened or right after it happened, it was like they give like, I don't know, like $1 billion or something, another billion to Ukraine. It's like, what is going on, man? What is going on? How does Ukraine come before actual Americans? I don't know. Andrew, what's your thoughts, Andrew? You're quiet over there.
Okay. So before I get into my opinion, I'll tell you this, okay? So what I found is that currently there's over 115 people who have been confirmed to be dead, okay? So, my condolences to those families. We will keep them in our prayers. At least I will. The other thing is that there's currently over 1,000 people missing. Nobody knows. Nobody has found bodies or anything like that. There's billions and billions of dollars in loss. A lot of people that are like their whole block. Some of these communities had actual families living around each other's. Like, let's say, for example, it's not like I can go stay with my cousin because my cousin actually lives around me. So a small, very united community, which makes it both a good and a bad thing. Good because they stayed together and they helped each other. For what I understand, it took authorities a long time to actually respond and get active with this situation, okay? The other thing is, yes, I also found that there was like, I don't know, a man-made drought, meaning there was no water flowing through things that you use for the hose.
Or the hydrants.
Hydrants, okay? There was no water coming through them. There was no way of them to like start fighting the fire by themselves. It took firefighters a long time to get there. And in fact, like the proper authorities didn't show up until like 1 or 2 days later. For what I understand, that's way too late. And we can all agree on this, right? By that time. The other thing is that by the time the authorities did show up and started like working on this, the community was already helping each other, sharing rations and all these things. Okay, so good for the community of Maui. Okay, congratulations to them. That sounds to me like really united and strong community, man. Instead of panicking, they just took charge. They just did what they had to do. Some people were fortunate enough to go to the other side of the island or whatever, but those who had to stay fought for what they have accomplished today. Okay, lots of people lost everything they had, which is very unfortunate. Just let's be glad they are alive. I think shame Joe Biden, man. I don't even know what to say about this dude, man. He's half dead. Just put it like that, okay? Not making excuses for anybody, but the dude is just half dead. So don't even count on this guy. And I think it's disgusting that he would send money to Ukraine, which I actually found it as well. And I didn't see how much he was helping Hawaii itself, but I did see videos of him just like lightly walking and looking at the situation and just like making jokes when these people, this is not how you respond to people who actually lost everything, not just material things, but actually family members, pets. Okay, for some pets it's nothing. For others, we have a lot of people who depend on their pets as emotional support and consider their pets to be part of their family.
You know, this reminds me of the Puerto Rican incident when Trump threw that water bottle. Like, man, these guys are terrible, huh?
That's a great comparison. Neither one of them is right. And
Joe Biden just sleeping down there. Yeah.
I respect them less. This dude is half dead.
At least he didn't throw a water bottle.
Or towels
or a towel. Yeah, what couldn't have that.
Or anything like that. That's not the way to do it either.
Yeah.
Like, let's not make less of something by pointing out the other guy's actions.
Yeah.
So the other thing is, like, I don't know where this fire come from or anything. You saw it in the video that there was a huge flash. Some could say
particle beam weapon.
Okay, so there you go. You know where I'm going with this, okay? So you could say it's an electric line, but if I've been watching a lot of these videos, and if you really look at it, it seems like very targeted. At least for what I've seen. I'm not there to actually see it or whatever, but it actually does look targeted, and it looks like very clean. Like certain things like burned down, and some other things seem like just got missed. Okay. Now, before I even go further into this, there's a reason I bring this up. So this area, close to this area, is a very expensive place where famous people are buying land and constructing, building houses and stuff like that. Very expensive houses, which brings the price of the area way up. And it becomes, instead of like a community, it becomes a profitable place. Yeah. I don't remember who has houses there, but I remember like Will Smith and stuff like that.
You would say that the correct term would be gentrify, I believe. Like you get all the poors out, and then like we just go in, we raise it up so like nobody can come and live here. That's understandable. Like that makes sense. Like get these poor people out of here.
Which is something that happens, okay? And I'm gonna give you the perfect example that is currently happening in Puerto Rico. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but the Puerto Rico like had a treaty, okay, where it states that the land is for the people that live there, and right now people are building like in such a way that beaches are becoming private.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I had the money, I'd be doing the same thing. Get these poor people out of here. They're loud, they're rowdy, they're violent. Like, get them out of here. Like, I don't care. They need to go.
This is what they know. This is the area.
No, it's my area.
And how about like how self-centered can you be to do something like
I understand it. Like if I had the money, I'd be like, look, man, I'm about to build this house on Maui or in Puerto Rico. It's beautiful here. We just need to get rid of those people over there.
Yeah, and that's I think the thing, and that's where I found this as well, Lito, is that I think a time before, I don't know the timeline exactly, they tried to get the people out, as in to offer them like pay for we offer you this amount of money.
It's something not a timeline. They've been trying to do this for a long time now.
Okay? Is that in Maui or Puerto Rico?
This is in Hawaii.
Oh,
so it's happening in Maui, and it's working in Puerto Rico. How can I explain that? Like they trying it in Maui, and I guess like I said, it's a strong community, and they are already used to like living in this area by the families, like by families, like
but
cousins.
I get it though. Like you're rich, you want your big mansion, and you don't want a bunch of poor people living next to you. Like that's like you don't understand that. You don't understand it.
I don't understand.
Really?
I don't agree with
so
it.
so let's say let's say Angie.
I get the point. But
how you define me understanding something?
Like bro,
I get it. I understand it in like such a way, but it makes it so much worse that the fact is like it's simple to understand, but will you go to those lengths to actually accomplish what you're trying to accomplish?
Look, if you're like rich, you can't be around poor people. Like it just is what it is. I'm sorry. just
But
humanity.
then why not build something in the middle of nowhere or off somewhere where you don't have too much of this? Yeah, you have a community over there. You don't have a settlement already. You don't have a city, a town, or it's something that you're actually stripping away of the essence of it.
Okay.
Also, like Epstein's Island is available right now. Like, why? If you got that much money, go buy that. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Well, fair enough, right? And if you are one of those disgusting people that would go to these lengths, why not build islands around there? So your little community of,
Rich people.
stays together. Like, build your own little island around there and stay there. Leave us poor people, regular people, non-successful, however you want to call us. Leave us to the side. Now, Ed, I don't know if I'm being sarcastic
No,
for
I'm
me
not.
or for the actual situation, okay? But okay, I have found. You want to go on there?
Yeah, I was thinking about, like, in a sense, I also get it. Now I'm thinking it through, because I mean, you get it as well, of course, but I'm getting it in the sense that it's actually to build somewhere where nobody lives is actually kind of boring. I can sense it like that.
I
So
get
would
that.
rather, yeah.
But why not collect your little rich friends that are at your level and have them like all move that way? Like, I don't know if I don't know if you know this, right? So Jake Paul just bought this land in Puerto Rico, right? And the spot where he bought brings you to the beach, okay? Now this beach is not private to him, but there's like conveniently a mountain of rocks and stones and stuff that makes it very difficult for you to get there on foot. And there's no reason for you to go on a boat there and just use that little piece of beach.
Bro, like, but you gotta understand, like, if you were Jake Paul, this dude is world famous. He wants to go to his estate and be left alone and only be there with his friends and family. He don't want weird people, you know.
Then enclose yourself.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
That's,
Like, what do you, like you would do the same thing. I mean,
I get it. I'm the one that's wrong. I'm the one.
But
That's not.
if I had that money, I would probably get a private beach. But then, yeah, how can you make a beach private? You just have to buy off the land. Yeah, it's the same story, but then in a different.
Puerto Rico has a deal where we cannot make these beaches private.
Yeah.
There's a way around everything.
yeah, put a whole bunch of
Dominican
rocks up.
Republic, it's the same. I mean, they have built apartments at, was it Bávaro? I don't know how it's called over there.
Yep.
But you actually have high rises where there used to be like very local people living there. And right now it's
But
you have
they
to go
bought
through
them
an
all.
alleyway
Thank
to
God.
actually. Yeah, you have to go through an alleyway to actually, and then there's a guard, but he doesn't really care if you go inside or out because it's a public beach. But at the same time, you feel like you're entering a private situation.
Yeah, yeah.
Not accessible for everyone.
Well, that is true. But let's go to the actual situation, okay? I don't want to drift too far from that. Okay. So when I say this beam, okay, there's many things. Okay, you saw the flashlight and not the flashlight, but the flashing light in the video, right? When people, I mean, they didn't even try to say it was like a thunderstorm or anything like that because it wasn't raining or anything. But that's beside the point. So it is possible because there's a technology to actually like go down and use an actual beam. Some others say is like some technology that works actually like a wave machine, and some others say is it's just like by reflection. Like, so which one of these things you think it is, Ed?
I don't know. I don't know what it was. I didn't really think about it. It could be anything. It could just be power lines, could be particle beam weapon. I have no idea. I didn't think about it.
Okay, Nagaya, you think this is just like an accident, something that went wrong?
No, I mean the conditions were of course perfect for a fire, and the fact that prior to that the water supply got cut off and things like that. It's like in a movie. You have
Oh,
things.
and also like okay, so some of the firefighters and the chiefs and commanders and stuff like that of the department, okay, were in some other area that nothing was happening.
That was
That's convenient. I forgot the name of the area, but what are you doing over there? Why the collection of people would leave the area that's assigned? I mean, here in America, right? Even the cops don't pass certain jurisdictions and stuff like that.
Can I just say this? Like, even if
Yeah.
even if it is a setup, like it's probably not the rich people. It's probably like a developer or something who's trying to make money from building. You know what I mean? It probably one of I don't know. I mean,
Who would have a weapon like capable of doing this?
I mean, if you say a developer, that doesn't sound like a very high up the chain. Of course, it can be a big developer.
yeah, it could be a pretty. I mean, if you're building out there and you're going to be building mansions and whatever, you know, I'm pretty sure you're pretty high up.
So that is, for what I hear, that is the idea. It's been the idea for a while now.
I don't know. I never gave it that much thought. I just said okay.
So okay,
What I found very, very weird was the fact that people were walking through that blaze, through that storm, which fire surrounded, and they could still stay there. And that to me, it sounds like it's something that, yeah, if there was fire everywhere would be hot. Even if it wasn't at that moment, the fire would have touched it or would have heated it up. And yeah, you have people standing next to the fire, like, oh, okay, this is happening.
okay. Real quick, Ed, can you start the transition? Why I explained my next point. Can you start the transition to the other video,
All right.
which head of it? Okay. So, on this, just to be fair, okay. So in the mid 1800s, okay, the non-natives of Hawaii, people who were working the ground and soil, that started farming for like exporting goods and stuff, started bringing a grass, okay, started bringing different things for the livestock to actually live off of. And the grass in particular is guinea grass, which is invasive and it takes over very fast, okay. And this, I believe, does accelerate, and you know, it can, if it's dry, it can like fuel the actual fire itself. So this fire might have went a little overboard or a little overhand, but as I seen before, it's just a little bit of what's it called when it's not planned, like
What convenient? Convenient? Is that what you're-
no, casualties. It's just part of, okay. And the other thing I seen is that a lot of cars are melted to the ground, like the metal actually like melted off. The tires are melted, of course, and all these things. But then some of the trees still have green leaves on, but the metal is just like incinerating. Like, how does that happen?
That's
Doesn't-
high temperature fire.
Yeah.
So doesn't metal melt, like the metal we use for cars currently, melt at a higher temperature than a tree would?
I don't think, dude. Most cars are what, aluminum and magnesium and like all these like really light metals. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay, I'm no expert, so
Yeah.
I won't, argue that too much. Okay, but I'm just saying, like, it's just funny to me. I think it's funny. Let's see this video, man. You got it on cue?
Yep.
All right, let's see what you got.
That's a good one. But I also saw a video where there were even more houses that stood upright, while surrounding area the houses were gone.
That's odd. So on either side you have like casualties, like you have burned buildings. The forest is not the forest. Pardon me if I'm using the wrong words for this, but some of these buildings are still standing, and you see like those palm trees. They don't look too burnt to me. Like they didn't even drop. I don't know. It seems weird to me. Is there anything else to your point, Nagai?
No, I'm just the thing about the aid. I was very very grasping to me how it didn't get the attention or the aid it needed in the time due. And
Ukraine.
volunteers were actually doing the work for covering, making sure that people got to eat, to sleep, to get clothing, to get something of aid, water. That had me thinking, oh, okay, well, but why is it like this? Well, yeah, it could be otherwise. So that's a little bit where I was coming from, and there's some theories going out there, and I think this leaves a lot of openness and a lot of question marks in regards to what could be the reason for this. I hope that's not big guys coming in and burning the whole place down and just wanting to start over again. I guess time will tell with this one.
Well, okay. Real quick, Ed, this is a question for you, right? So after this whole disaster, I already told you how many people have passed, fortunately confirmed. And I already have told you how many people are missing, which is bad news for future reports, right? Lots of money and material things. It's just a disaster, man. It'll take a long time to actually fix this issue, okay? But what's the step to take from here? Like, you are in charge, you Congress, you are president, like you are in charge of this issue. What's the best step to take moving forward? What makes things right for them? What is how do we bring justice to these people that are going through this? I see that currently people are being brought to like shelters and stuff like that, but a lot of people are actually living outside right now.
What should you do? You should sit here and look at, okay, we gave Ukraine how many billions? These people should be, who should take priority, Ukrainians or Americans? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on?
That Americans should take priority.
What's going on?
And not only because they are American, but because this is an actual disaster that wasn't actually provoked. I think any issues and any conflict should come to second hand when you face an issue that was brought up on you. No offense to the living people, regular citizens of Ukraine or anything like that, but let's just be real. Your country is in conflict, is in at war.
Yeah, let's be real. Yeah. You're getting tired of Ukraine. I know you are.
I'm tired of this issue. I am tired of the issue. There's so many other things that we should be doing. But I haven't given up on the regular. $700. Then people, it should have been at least $1 million. Deny that because I don't know. I didn't look that up.
At least $1 million.
Per household.
At least $1 million starting.
It's not even per household, and I don't even want to joke about this, but the funny part is they don't even have houses anymore. So this how
it should be starting at least $1 million for a family, for a household. If you can give Ukraine billions, it should be at least $1 million.
I agree.
they should make out better after. I mean, unless they lost some.
And forget about the mill right now, okay? Let's do everything in our power for that family to be safe, for these kids not to sleep another night outside, for these people not to be like mixed up with actual, like, I don't know how crime and over there is or anything, but I think everybody shouldn't be, like single mothers and stuff like that. I know you want like this, Ed, but I think single mothers with like female kids, like underage kids and stuff like that, should be in a shelter by themselves.
Yeah. We gotta look out for those single mothers. Now, if you got your man with you, I don't really care that much.
No. It's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I just don't think. No. Let me go part by part.
Okay.
Because I just don't think little girls should be, cooped up with certain guys, because there's bad guys.
No, you're right. That's a thing.
Okay. So when it comes to families, even if it's a small room, man, these walls are made out of freaking cardboard. Let's say, for example, you can like improvise some shelters, make these rooms smaller, or whatever you have to do. Make some adjustments to actually fit these people so they don't sleep outside, man. I mean, there's so many things, and we should be prepared for so many things.
I mean, but Angel, hold up. They're in Hawaii. I mean, the weather's kind of nice. Let's not forget that, okay?
Bro, after losing everything, like, I know what it feels like.
In Hawaii. Yeah, but you were like way up in like what, Boston somewhere? Come on, they're in Hawaii.
I was actually in Virginia.
It's beautiful.
Well. But okay, Hawaii is beautiful, man. But these people have lost everything. They are scared. Some of them are hurt. Some of them can't even think straight, man. Think about this. You work a job 9 to 5 every single day to maintain a certain lifestyle, okay? And I'm not talking about a excessive lifestyle. I'm just talking about to maintain your household, okay? And now all of that you worked for has been taken away from you.
But you don't need to put them in a shelter. You put them in like one of those resorts and just pay for it. Just say, hey, you guys gonna be in like some big hotel.
That's asking for too much. They're not gonna do that. I don't see that happen.
Where did they do that though?
Yeah, I've seen occasions where that had.
Yeah, they do that.
There's been electric outage here and stuff like that, and hotels actually like do a favor to hold certain amount of people and stuff like that.
Yeah, in New York they were doing that.
Yeah.
To get all the homeless people off the street, they were doing it.
Yeah, but that's asking for too much. I'm just saying there's so many options, and if everybody works together and everybody gives a little bit, then everybody can sleep inside, man. Nobody should be sleeping outside, especially with a family. And not for nothing, Ed, and I don't think it's fair, but I'm a male myself. I'd rather myself sleep outside than having a family with small kids or anything like that sleep outside, okay? So I if I was one of the ones that had a room and I was by myself, I would gladly be like, hey, you know what? Bring your kids in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what
I would give up.
I mean, but let's not forget they are in Hawaii. I mean, come on now.
That's not a bad point to me.
Okay, they're in Hawaii, man.
But that doesn't work like that.
Okay.
Imagine going through the frustration and trying to puzzle things together and you don't know what's going on. And these things are not organized, okay? And I know this firsthand. When you go somewhere for help, somebody points you in this direction, the other person points you in that direction, and then the third person gets aggravated with you, okay? It's very frustrating, very embarrassing and frustrating to ask for help. And
my thing with this is Trump threw a water bottle in a towel and it was an international incident. This dude goes there, literally falls asleep and gives the people $700 and no one even bats an eye. Like, oh, okay.
That's for now. Let's see how everything proceeds. It's a bad start.
You are not allowed to criticize Joe Biden, flat out. You're not allowed. That's the order that went out.
Well, I'll tell you this though. I think Donald Trump could go down there and also help with all his millions too. If I had a whole bunch of millions, I would be out there helping. Well,
Think he's busy campaigning.
I think he did do that for some of these. I know there was some one like hurricane or something. He did actually go down there and did it. Could have been a couple of years ago.
okay.
Oh, matter of fact, it was the Ohio thing. It was, remember when we covered Ohio Palestine, the chemical spill, the train?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he actually did go down there with his own money, and he actually helped them out, and he did. Yeah.
Well, he should be over there, man. I would gain his respect.
You sure?
And
Only thing the TV has to do is tell you that he's racist again. Then you're oh wait, so here he's racist. That's it.
bro, yeah, I get it. I understand. Listen, whoever's doing this, if this is man-made, if this is manufactured,
I don't know, man.
in any way, shape, or form, this is evil. And God is real, man. We will pay eventually for the bad things we do, okay? So, money. There's no secrets you can hold from God, in my opinion.
These bad guys seem to be winning, man. They seem to be winning, though. Man.
Yeah, just thinking about joining.
No.
They are winning. In
No, I wouldn't do
it. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm telling you, nobody can keep a secret from God. It is written. Like this is written.
Yeah.
I know Nagayan and Ed feel funny about God. You feel differently, but I believe this is true, man. That's all I had to say for now.
All right.
No, thank you for watching.
Unidentified Podcast.
Yeah.
We out. See you in the next.